everyone, and welcome back to the Unmute Your English channel.
Today, we're tackling something absolutely crucial, essential tech English for the office. Because, let's be real, if you've ever felt that pit in your stomach when your computer suddenly dies, you know the stress isn't just about the broken machine itself. It's about figuring out how on earth to explain the problem to someone else without sounding foolish. So we're going to help you literally unmute your tech stress. Just picture this scenario for a second. You click a button and poof, an entire massive project just vanishes into thin air, all because of a tiny language barrier with a confirm prompt. Ouch, right? But honestly, this exact nightmare is a perfect example of why a tech glitch shouldn't just be a moment of silent, wide-eyed panic. It's a moment where you need to know how to speak up, grab some help, and confidently navigate the crisis.
Seriously, have you ever just sat there in total silence staring at a broken computer? We have all been there. You get that terrifying jolt of panic when the screen suddenly goes blue, the mouse dies, and you just freeze. Instead of immediately tapping a coworker on the shoulder or calling the IT department, we just stare into the void of the screen. Why on earth do we do this? Why do we suffer in total silence when the fix is probably just one quick question away?
Well, it brilliantly illustrates this super frustrating barrier between understanding a problem in your head and actually verbalizing it out loud. It's like you're stuck in what we call the listening room. You totally understand the error message popping up. You know what it says. But then, an IT person walks past your desk and boom, you're paralyzed. You just can't seem to cross over into the speaking room to ask them for a hand. You're completely trapped in passive understanding. And what's really fascinating is there's actually a name for this exact psychological trap. It's called the illusion of competence. Basically, you know the basic words, right? You know how to say computer, you definitely know the word broken. So your brain tricks you into feeling like you should be able to handle it. But the second the pressure is on, stringing those basic words into a polite, professional sentence to actually get IT support feels basically impossible. You literally can't build a sentence to save your life.
Okay, so how do we fix this? To break out of that illusion, we're going to equip you with some specific word blocks. Think of these as your essential, everyday building materials. You don't need to be some sort of Silicon Valley computer engineer, and you definitely don't need a massive, complicated vocabulary. You really just need a few solid, reliable structures to bridge that gap between the listening room and the speaking room. That way, you never have to sit there quietly panicking at a blue screen ever again.
Let's actually build that vocabulary right now with 3 absolute lifesavers. First up, if your screen is stuck and your mouse won't budge, don't just say, "My computer is not moving." Instead, grab the word block frozen and just say, "My computer is frozen." It makes total sense, right? Like it's literally stuck in ice. Next, if the whole thing just shuts off completely by itself, your go-to word block is crashed. Just, "My computer crashed." And finally, if the internet is just dragging and painfully slow, use lagging. Saying, "The connection is lagging today," immediately shows you are completely fluent in modern office lingo. So, how do we combine these little blocks into a real game plan to get IT help nicely and professionally? Step 1 is super versatile. Just identify the right person by asking, "Who should I contact for IT support?" Perfect. Step 2, state the problem simply, something like, "My password isn't working." And step 3 is making a polite request. Instead of commanding someone to fix it immediately, try, "Could you please reset it for me?" It's respectful, it's crystal clear, and honestly, it gets results way faster.
Look, if you have ever felt completely ridiculous because you couldn't even log in on your very first day at a new job, please remember this: mistakes are just proof that you're trying. It is so easy to panic when a password doesn't work, especially when you're the new kid on the block just trying to make a good impression. But we really need to use this encouraging mindset shift to lower our affective filter. You know, that invisible wall of anxiety that totally stops us from speaking. Literally everyone makes tech mistakes.
Building right on top of that, we need to embrace what's called the power of yet. I absolutely love this concept. You look at your broken laptop and you think, "Man, I don't know how to explain this." Well, just tack the word yet onto the end of that sentence. You might not be a tech expert in English yet. Just acknowledging that conquering all this office jargon takes a bit of patience and repetition is incredibly freeing. It turns a permanent roadblock into just a temporary hurdle that you can absolutely practice your way over.
And how exactly do we practice? Well, we focus on just 1%. Seriously, by practicing these specific, bite-sized word blocks, frozen, crashed, lagging, reset, you're getting 1% better every single day. You don't have to stay up late memorizing the entire IT manual overnight. You just need to take it one day at a time. Those small, super consistent improvements are absolutely the key to unmuting your office English.
Now, to keep that momentum going and make sure you actually get that daily 1% improvement, you need a totally safe space to try these out. Based on our sources, there are some great actionable steps for this. First, there's a keyword challenge where you can drop the word screen in the comments to signal you are ready to tackle your fears. Second, you can join their Telegram community. It's this incredibly supportive space where colleagues actually help each other out. And finally, you can practice 24/7 with their virtual AI. It's crazy patient. It never rolls its eyes if your virtual computer crashes, and it helps you find the exact right words in a completely judgment-free zone.
All right, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final really crucial question to chew on. The very next time a tech glitch inevitably strikes, and let's face it, it definitely will you stay muted in that passive listening room, totally paralyzed by the illusion of competence, or will you use your brand new word blocks to step right into the speaking room and confidently ask for what you need? The choice and the words are completely yours. Keep practicing, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Thank you everyone for watching this video. Subscribe for daily updates about real-life situations.